Okay, so I wasn't gonna go live tonight, but it is Tuesday, and well, I'm a little agitated. I'm a little more lively actually tonight. Um, so I jumped on TikTok, was gonna do a live for a few minutes, just chill out and hang. Say hi, see how everyone was doing in the TikTok world. And man, they have really become some scum dumpsters. It is just like the scum of the earth over there now.
Oh, with tax it's going to be 21.89. Is that okay?
Um, Hold on, let me look. Not like anybody's jumping on over here.
Isn't that both TikTok, Facebook, or Facebook, TikTok,
Nope.
YouTube, and Twitch
This is YouTube and Twitch
and Facebook?
and Facebook. Okay, get the card from Matt.
The card from Paul.
Yeah. Tell him you need the PayPal card from Matt. From him. Hello, hello. Hello, Dixon. I'm a little agitated right now. Okay, I'm a lot agitated right now. TikTok has me so angry. You want to jump in? Oh, would you like to jump in? Okay.
Who is it?
Dixon.
What the fuck is this whole hole?
Oh, Lord, have mercy. I'm trying to learn how to deal with this.
Here it is. The
Okay, I'm sending it to you.
this one?
Everybody, wait 1 minute.
This one?
What?
This one?
Yeah. How do I do the private chat in here? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, screw it. I'm just gonna go in here. Here, Dixon. There. I'll know who to add when they come in. Oh yeah. I just I logged into TikTok, but I'll do a quick hi. How's everybody? Talk a little bit about some of the things that I learned over the past 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks that I've learned about my medication journey, and there's some real right pricks over there. Just some real right pricks. There you are.
Derby. Now I gotta
Yeah,
close out of the other one just to make sure it doesn't like overlap.
right. There are some real right pricks over there on TikTok. They're just like the scum. Some of them are just holy hell, Batman.
Oh, I believe it.
Now I had one who was talking to me like we were really talking about because I know you guys are probably going, oh my god, Penny's back. Yes, I have an appointment with my med provider tomorrow, and I'm not letting her put me back on what I was on. Because I liked the medication I was on, but at too high of a dose, I realized that it went from being an anti-anxiety
To a
to
tranquilizer.
a depressant and a tranquilizer. It wasn't even a tranquilizer. It was just everything was numb. I had no
Mm.
feelings, none. Zilch zero was not computing. Like I had nothing. Like I wasn't sad, I wasn't happy, I wasn't mad, I wasn't glad, I wasn't none. Zilch. And it was like even Matt said it today. I think Matt said, because Matt is usually the unemotional, you know, the very okay. Let's think about this before we overdo it. I don't overdo it, but one of us has to be a little bit anxious and a little bit intrepid, either all in or all out. You know, that's usually how him and I are.
Yeah.
And like, I haven't had my amitriptyline for it'll at 10 o'clock tonight. It'll be 48 hours. And I'm telling you, this morning when I woke up, well, I can't even say I'm a chronic insomniac without
Yeah.
meds. Normally. So I'm not taking the meds for the sleeping part. Um, it's a great, you know, thing. It's one of the side effects that are wonderful for me. That it does help me sleep. But I'm sitting there and like this morning, I'm checking our bank account, waiting for the money to hit our bank account so I can pay bills because for the first like last month, I had more anxiety to me because some of the bills I forgot to pay because I wasn't anxious about making sure our bills got paid.
Yeah.
And like I realized that because she had numbed me of everything, I no longer cared. I no longer worried. So what the hell was I getting all upset about? And then this morning by 6 a.m. when I got my son up for school, I had all the bills paid except for the two that got to be paid tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I had, my son and my husband's Amazon stuff paid for. I was on the ball today. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, where has this bitch been for the past 4 weeks? Past 4 to 6 weeks. I felt more today than I had, you know, in all those days. And it's like, I can't do this to myself anymore.
Yeah, I gotta talk when I see my psychiatrist tomorrow. I've gotta tell her that the meds that she has me on are too strong, and all I'm doing is still sleeping. Like I still have that hangover,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think that it's just my vitamin D now
And see,
causing it.
that's what was so bad for me is I'm sitting here and I am not a sleeper. Like, I'm not. I go to bed at 2 a.m. I get up at 6. I take Blake to school. I come home. I lay down I come home. I fall back to sleep around 10. I get up at 2. And then I'm going. I
Right.
don't do 4 hours. I do 4 hours at a time, not 4 hour, 8 hours at a sitting. And this last bit, I was going to bed at 11 o'clock at night and getting up at 7. And then turning back or at 6. I was getting up at 6, turning back around and falling back to sleep at 9 and getting up at like 1.
That's
I
me.
can't live like that. I can't live like that. I cannot live with that much sleep underneath me. I'm sorry,
Uh,
but I don't need to make up for the sleep I missed.
I took my medicine last night and went to bed probably between 8:30 and 11:30, and woke up at 6. Went to work. Got home by like 10 o'clock this morning, and just came home and crashed.
Yeah, and it's like I understand some people they need 9 hour, 8 hours straight. I do not. I need it in pieces. I don't need it all at one shot. Because if I get it all at one shot, I am lethargic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm honestly better off at like 4 hours being my lump sum, but 2 here and 2 there, or even 30 minutes here and 30 minutes there. And there are times when I'm good with only going on 4 hours of sleep. Like summer months, I don't sleep at night because it is
Yeah.
too damn hot to be up during the day.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, people don't understand that. Sorry, I have to eat later right now because they've got me on an antibiotic finally. And it's like, so
No,
I have to eat in order to take my antibiotic.
you're good. I'm trying to make sure I have any bed.
Dog
Apparently,
or
but the dog is in the middle between me and the girlfriend, and
gotcha.
trying to push me off the bed, and then the cat is trying to take over my pillows.
That's too many feet in the bed.
No, that's not
I
including all the stuffed animals.
I had to get mad at my dog last night because while I'm checking the accounts last night every 30 minutes like a freaking dope fiend waiting on a fix, my husband had fallen asleep, I guess watching YouTube, and had one of my unicorns stuffed up underneath his head. And the dog was not happy with that because that's usually where he sleeps.
Oh,
So he comes over and he parades his happy little ass up onto my hip and decided that's where he was sleeping.
Mm.
And I'm like, oh no, you 4-pound motherfucker, get the hell off me.
it's the
We
ones that
ain't
don't
playing this
technically
game.
take up a lot of space, that take up a lot of space and are the most like
We
heat,
call
like
him the
space
4-pound
heaters.
mother hog. We call him the 4-pound but bed hog and cover hog. Because that little bastard will get in between me and Matt, and either he will get between Matt and because we have a pillow down the middle of our bed.
Yeah.
Because Matt, when he came home from Afghanistan, he thrashed and would beat the piss out of me. There's no easy way to put that. Because he would have night terrors.
Yeah.
Well, so we upgraded our bed to a king size bed, and now we have a pillow that goes down the middle of the bed. And Toto, who is 4 pounds and the miniature chihuahua, I love his ass, but he will put his back against that middle pillow until it is against my back, and then he will push with his feet and push Matt away.
Yep.
And then he'll curl up against Matt and fry Matt out. Because if you give him body heat, he gives it back to you hotter than you gave it to him.
That's Max. And Max thinks that he has to sleep under the cover, up against you
yep.
as far as he can get. Like, and if you just barely move an inch, he rolls right with you.
Yep, that's Toto. Now, when it comes to me, he won't get under the blanket with me because I have no body heat of my own. If you give it to me, I'll give it back. But if you ain't giving me any, I ain't got none to give you. Because I am absolutely Elsa, the Frozen Queen of the North. I'm telling you. Gunner, on the other hand, he will come climb in bed with me. He will cozy up to me, and he's like, oh, this bitch is cold. I will warm her up. He will arch his little body right up into me, and I'm like, oh, no, motherfucker. You are 75 pounds. Get the hell off me. You are on my blankets. You are in my space. No. Your daddy don't even get in this space. Get out.
I wish my animals listened that much.
Gunner does.
That one, he's legit taking over my
Jesus.
entire pillows.
Gunner does that because...
Good luck on that one. That's
Gunner
what I keep
does,
telling him.
but that's because Gunner sleeps with Joey usually. Joey and Jesse. That's Gunner's buddies right now.
Yeah.
Why, hello. I don't know who joined the room, but hello. Cup of tomato soup. I was going to let everyone in on. We are getting ready to drum up. We are doing what I would like to call Rainbows for All for the 22. You are going to get to pick a size, and that is it. You get to pick a size and pay for a t-shirt.
Oh.
You don't get to pick a color, and that is why it's called Rainbows for All for the 22. It is to help us amp up and get ready for Owensboro's LGBTQ
Yay.
plus in June, because we are going to go up there and we are going to go and cheer on our own Dixon. And
I did find out that there's only a show that Sunday. for
Okay.
Pride Picnic. There's not one the Saturday beforehand right now.
Okay. Well, we probably won't be able to stay for the show, but we will be there for the parade and stuff because I
Yeah.
do still have,
Well,
Joey and
the
Blake.
show is at it's from like 4 to 6. Like the whole thing is from like 10 to 6 on
Okay.
Sunday. So it's
Okay.
not
Well,
like
we might be
horrible.
able to. I'll just have to look, and we'll have to see what's going on
Yeah.
that whole at that when it gets closer to that time. But we are doing a fundraiser for it to help us, one, get us out there to you and help us put up our lovely little booth. We're also doing a shout out to anyone who can help us. Please, all of you lovely, lovely human beings out there in our listening area who use, create, whatever. We're looking for someone who knows of anyone that can do a banner for us. Because, yes, I can get one from Home Depot for $110. But I would rather advertise for someone who does it as their own business than just buy one at Home Depot. Because if I can strum up some business for someone else, I'd rather do that.
Right.
And it brings money into that person's hand instead of into a corporation's hand. I'm all about giving back to, because we are a little nonprofit organization as it is. I'd rather help little people out who are just like us. But we are planning on doing a about 1st of May. Right after Easter, we're going to do what we like to call rainbows, what we are calling rainbows for all for the 22. And you get to pick your size. And I think they're either going to be 20 or 25 for 20 for the regular sizes, so small through large. And then extra large and up are going to be $25. I've got to make sure, don't quote me on it yet. But you don't get to pick your color, you just get to pick your size. And they are going to come in a rainbow of colors, just like all of us lovely human beings. And thus, we are going to do our first annual LGBTQ plus t-shirt drive.
Nice.
And I figured that would be the most amazing way to do it. Am I wrong, though?
You are not wrong.
I think that is pretty awesome. A pretty awesome way to do it.
That is awesome.
Because I was like, what better than getting a t-shirt? You don't get to pick the color, you pick a size. And whatever color you ship, you wear. And I want to see pictures of all of us sporting them on the 26th of June in loving, with the whole, showing pride and solidarity to not just our very own LGBTQ community, but all of the LGBTQ community. Because it really is. We are all brothers and sisters. Whether we were born Mrs. or Misters, it doesn't matter. We're all human, and it's one love. And I'm not going to judge somebody because I'm not like them. And that was one of the biggest things is, when I started this organization out, it was because I didn't want anybody feeling like they were ever alone.
Right.
So it wasn't about race. It wasn't about, any of that. It was about heart. And the last I knew, inside is all the same color and it all loves the same. I think I put it the best with my counselor today. I look like a lady on the outside, but on the inside, don't nobody know what the hell I am, because there ain't nothing in there.
Right.
So I am in just as many, only God knows what the hell I was born as. So who am I to judge? Who is anyone to judge? I played with Tonka trucks just as much as I played with Barbies.
Same.
Hell, sometimes Barbie was a tramp and she drove them Tonka trucks. Of course, I'm also one of those people that, it's like, why does, isn't Barbie married to Ken? Yeah, but she what is it? She fakes it with Ken. She gets off with G.I. Joe, but she fakes it with Ken or something like that. I don't remember what it
Yeah.
was. Something like that is the punchline. I always fuck up punchlines, so it's whatever. But I do want everyone to understand. I will be making a post coming up in the next few days about the rainbows shirts. I've got to talk to the guy again.
He has managed to wrap himself around my head.
Oh, you know what? Toto used to do that with Matt when he was little. He would sleep on top of Matt's head. But I'm going to let everyone go because I'm going to go finish my dinner, take my meds because it's that time, and I don't think y'all want to see me like try to spit tomato soup out my nose. It's not pretty. And then I am going to go work on my car and replace all the light bulbs in my car to try to hopefully fix the problem that is wrong with it.
Well, I
Because
am
my
going to
brain is
bed, being
going
that I
900
have to be up
miles.
like at 6 o'clock. Well, I'm attempting to go to bed. It's so freaking hot here. And that's with a fan on.
Well,
And a
you
cat trying to smother me.
go and try to get some sleep. Don't forget, everyone, we love your faces. Let that glitter sparkle. And please, be good to each other. Mwah, 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 mwah. Good night, mister.
Good night.